Alright, now just... What's with the weird design on this piece here?
That is no design, Caspar, but a fracture. And a perfectly straight one at that, which makes it rather hard to discern. Repairing it will likely not prove worth the bother. Best relegate the piece to life as training equipment.
Wow, you really know your stuff, Ferdinand. I'm clueless when it comes to this kind of thing. Sometimes I think you know everything.
Oh, I am not quite so impressive as that. But you seem troubled by something, Caspar. What is it? No, forgive my presumption. Perhaps I was merely imagining it.
See? You do know everything. Something is kind of bothering me. I was talking to someone the other day about how I want to distinguish myself in battle, and they said that meant I wanted the war to go on forever. Of course, I told them they were nuts. Then I actually started thinking about it. About what I'll be doing when the war ends, I mean. About what I'll even be.
I do not think you have cause to worry. We may not know what the future holds, but you are delivering great results as a leader. Surely you will be held in esteem for such.
Sure, but doesn't that just mean my life is about nothing but fighting? I'm not a guy like you who's good at pretty much everything, so... Listen to me. I can't remember the last time I got in my own head like this.
Nonsense. We all have our worries. Why, even I have one or two of my own.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Well, your earlier appraisal of my boundless talent, for one.
Huh? But that's true. Also, why would you need to worry about being good at everything?
Oh, there is no doubt I can handle most things without much difficulty. And there are few things I have strong preferences about. Stimulants such as coffee aside.
Right. Which means...
But to me, that fact is nothing more than the flip side of having no prominent talents. I am a purveyor of all trades, but an expert in none. A man such as yourself, who possesses rare ability in a single field, is positively dazzling.
What? Okay, you are seriously overthinking this entire thing, Ferdinand. Don't get me wrong, I'm thrilled you have a high opinion of me, but any comparison of us is always gonna end with my being humiliated.
Do you truly think so?
Look, I'm bad at the sciences, hopeless with strategy, and a complete oaf when it comes to coordinating anything besides tying my own shoes. But you can help me with all that stuff. And not just me, you can help everyone shore up their weak points. Sheesh. All right, that's enough worry for one day. Time to go run until I puke. Yeah!
Caspar, wait! And he has gone. Still, I suppose the man makes an intriguing point. My lack of weaknesses does give me a unique ability to offer aid to everyone.
Yes, that looks right.
Why, hello, Linhardt. It is not often I find you drawing outside.
I'm not drawing. I'm simply trying to capture this wyvern's form. See? It's resting on that hill over there.
Ah, an extraordinary sight indeed. Now then, let us see what you have done so far. I must say, it feels as though something is lacking in your work. How can I describe it? Your depiction is almost too accurate. Take these scales, for example. Why, they could have been plucked from the very wyvern itself.
I told you this isn't art. I'm doing it for my research. And when conducting research, it's always best to have precise references. The same is true in dealing with numbers or gathering information.
I see. So you value accuracy above all else.
Right. Honestly, I've never quite understood art anyway. So I'm perfectly content leaving that sort of thing to the true creatives. You know, the quirky ones. People like Bernadetta.
Even so, there may come a day when your work is seen as the craft of a master artisan, when such precision is lauded as the height of aesthetic genius.
What makes you say that?
Oh, merely a passing thought. Perhaps in the distant future, connoisseurs will value accuracy and attention to detail over the magnificent interpretive pieces we hold dear today.
Do you really think that'll happen, though? I doubt people will ever stop appreciating the ancient classics. You certainly have always done so.
Yes, there is no denying that. But I fear my own personal inclinations hold little sway over public opinion. Nobody knows what trends may arise in the decades and centuries to come. So I can indeed envision a future in which accurate depictions are praised just the same as the greats of old. And I encourage you to do the same, my friend.
I don't get it. How are you so optimistic all the time? It's like you're constantly looking toward the future.
I could say quite the same about you. I have always believed you to be rather forward-thinking.
That's not optimism, though. All I'm thinking forward to is the time when I can just sleep the days away. That's why I'm forcing myself to be as active as I can now.
Regrettably, those halcyon days of slumber are still but a distant dream. I have much work for you, both now and further down the road. To begin with, might I ask you to paint my portrait?
For the last time, I'm a researcher, not an artist. Are you sure you want such a faithful depiction?
That is exactly what I want. How else would my yet unborn descendants know the true visage of the great Ferdinand von Eyre? Indeed, I would be proud to submit myself as a subject of your research. Consider it a study in the personification of nobility itself.
Don't get ahead of yourself. I'm fine drawing you, but I don't have the slightest modicum of interest in actually researching you. Though, I do sometimes wonder where you get all that unabashed confidence from.
Linhardt, come on, this is no time to be snoozing.
Really, Caspar? It's not even midday yet.
We're well into midday, Linhardt.
Yes, but the warm rays of the sun and gentle cooling breeze have utterly enraptured me. So on that note, it's back to sleep.
I'm gonna rip that blanket right off you. Now get up, because I found something amazing!
How many times in my life have I heard that from you, only to find the truth considerably less engaging?
Okay, first of all, not true. And second of all, this is way more amazing than all those other times.
I wonder. But very well, astound me.
Look, someone took down that gigantic bear!
I'd rather not look, thank you. I've little interest in witnessing blood and gore so early in the day.
Ow, but it's already been cleaned and everything.
Which means some open wounds will still be present, plus whatever blood was slopped about in the process.
Fine, then don't look at that part. Just look at that terrifying face. I'd give anything to take out a monster like this.
Then you should form a hunting party, set up traps, and proceed with your life's work.
No, I don't want to hunt it. I want to take it down. Barehanded bear handling, you know?
I understand your fixation, but in all of Fodlan...
Only my father could pull it off. Is that what you're gonna say? Hey, I'm not gonna be content being in his shadow forever.
Rousing words, yet I seem to remember Count Burgles was still in the academy when he brought down a bear and emerged unscathed. You're already older than he was then.
Don't care, it's not too late. I'm gonna beat a bear, then I'm gonna get armor made that's just like my old man's.
You said the same when we were young, then decided to drag me along for the ride. You took me through hill and dale in search of one, which made an absolute mess of my clothes and hair. And I had to treat your wounds every time you hurt yourself, though I did become quite adept at healing magic as a result.
So, win-win, right? Plus, you helped me, which I very much appreciate.
I suppose we'll call it a good thing and leave it at that. But perhaps a moratorium should be declared on such behavior for the time being? Yes, I think that would be best.
Sorry, what now?
Our focus should be on our enemies, not a bear. For this reason, I think it's best for you to put your dream on hold until the war is over. When peace reigns anew and we live in a world far better suited for free napping, I hope you can see your dream realized.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Oh, and when that day does come, I will be happy to accompany you again. But for now, let's just focus on what is in front of us.
Put the bear brawl on hold. Got it. And hey, once I survive this war and get stronger, that bear'll be a pushover.
That's not... Actually, yes. I suppose the possibility of that isn't zero. Let's survive this war so all of our wildest bear dreams can come true one day.
Well, Bernie, you were nothing but trouble for everybody, yet again.
There you are. I was worried when you failed to appear at mealtime.
I'm fine. All quiet here.
Please do not tell me your hunger was so great that you resorted to eating those plants there. You should be careful. I have heard there is some rather poisonous flora in this area.
Hey, I'm not going to eat poison. What kind of dummy do you think I am? I know exactly which plants are safe and which ones aren't.
It is strange to see you this confident on a topic. But if you are so certain, I think I should give your eye a test. Just to be safe, you understand.
We're doing what now?
Ah, I know. What say we have a little game to see who can collect the most edible plants?
What?
And as an army can never have too much food, this will serve to benefit the others. What a splendid idea.
Oh, why me? Okay, so this one would cause stomach aches, and that one would be really bitter. I think. Oh, I don't know. I've only ever seen it in books. But hey, I'm sure it's fine. I'll also take this one, and this one, and this one. Oh, and that one over. Wait, is that Ferdinand?
Such luster, such size, such a gorgeous crimson. Yes, this looks like a scrumptious leaf indeed. And there are bulbs under this tree. Rich white bulbs with the luster of a precious pearl. Bernadetta! I see. You were frightened by a mouse scampering by and took a bit of a tumble when you fled, yes?
Yeah, and I dropped all my beautiful plants that your dumb game made me don't collect.
Never mind that now. Show me your wound, please. Ah, yes. Just a scrape. Still, we should return to base and treat it before it festers.
Yeah, I suppose. Thanks for looking at it. Wait, that leaf! The one you're carrying!
This one? What of it? If you are hungry, we could snack on it while we walk back.
No! No! That plant has medicinal properties. It's a styptic.
Well, what luck. We can use it to treat your wound. Oh, I must say, your talent for identifying plants is no idle boast.
Yeah, I eyeballed them pretty well, huh? Now let's take a look at yours and... What?
Are you at a loss for words with the quality of the plants I gathered?
Every one of these is poisonous!
What? But the gorgeous leaf! The robust vine!
Death in plant form! Throw them away before we die!
And of course, I'm worried about those who struggle at combat.
Yes, we must do all we can to support them. I'll do my part to watch out for those who need help.
Thank you. We'll do this together.
Support people who struggle with combat, huh? If there's a more perfect job for me out there, I don't know what it is. You ready, Bernadetta? Let's go!
No! Why do I have to do this?
Why do you have to train, you mean?
It's not training, it's weird! This is torture and I'm gonna die!
Hey, calm down. You'll only be fighting me.
You're lying! There are people hiding in this armor and they're gonna attack me, aren't they?
That armor isn't big enough for a person to hide in.
You don't know that! I could absolutely hide inside one.
I mean, yeah, okay, you probably could. Lysithea too, now that I think about it.
What? I'm going to tell her you just said that! Wait, this isn't the time for me to worry about that! The fact you're plotting against me is the issue here! Why do you hate me?
Look, Edelgard said we need to help people who struggle with fighting, all right? I'm just trying to put that into action.
Nah! You're gonna take me out with a surprise attack from the darkness! I know your game!
And how would I attack you from the darkness when we're standing in the middle of the training grounds in broad daylight? You think all these people walking by would see me try to murder you or whatever and just keep going?
No, they're watching me. I'm sure of it. Your armor is staring at me. Nope, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going home to enjoy a life of freedom without my father.
What? You can't just run out on me here, Bernadetta. I mean, trying to detect people hidden in suits of armor. That's one of my father's traditional training drills. I don't know any other way to do it.
I don't need your lousy support, so just leave me alone!
Maybe I'm not cut out for this kind of thing. Hey, Bernadetta. I'm sorry about before.
No, I'm the one who should be sorry. Forgive me.
Huh? No, I'm the one who wants you to forgive me. Did you hear me apologize just now?
If I forgive you, will you forgive me? Then I forgive you. Please just let me live in peace.
After what happened, I went to Edelgard and asked her what I should do. She told me not to do anything and just to apologize. So I'm gonna figure out something I can get for you to make this right.
bad feeling about this.
Look, Bernadetta, I got you all your favorite foods.
Thank you? But, I think there's enough food here for 10 people, so...
Food is a foundation for building your body. If you train 3 times harder, you gotta eat 3 times as much. I mean, that's just science. And don't worry, if you can't eat it all, I'm happy to scarf down the rest.
Okay, so I can't actually train 3 times harder. And even if I did, I sure couldn't eat 3 times as much.
Look, Bernadetta, I took the bow you use for training and replaced it with an extra strong one. Oh, and don't worry, I won't interfere with your training. I learned my lesson last time.
Wow, this does look strong. Let's just... Oh, come on! I can't even pull the bowstring back! How am I supposed to train with this thing? Caspar?
Hey there, Bernadetta. What's up?
Listen, I wanted to talk to you about all the stuff you're doing to apologize.
Oh, yeah? Say, how's that training coming?
Lousy! So please, stop apologizing already!
What? But I softened up the training so it was way less than what I'd do myself.
Softer? What kind of training do you even do?
Well, for starters, I go 15 times harder than everyone else here. But of course, I don't have 15 times as many hours in my day, so instead I do 3 times the amount, 5 times as fast. As for food, I generally need to wolf down about 6 times as much as everyone else because of how hungry all my training makes me.
Okay, you're not human.
Oh, and when I train with a bow, I use one with a string pulled 5 times as taut as normal.
Oh, right, I get it! Your training is ridiculous.
You think it's ridiculous? But my father came up with it, and he's the Minister of Military Affairs.
Well, if he's the standard you're aspiring to, then no wonder that's how it is.
Huh. You know, I never considered that my father got so strong because of how unusual his training regimen is.
I mean, I don't know about all that, but your routine is definitely not normal.
But I've been doing it since I was a kid.
Yeah, that explains a lot. Hey, good luck with that!
Is something wrong, Ferdinand? You're staring quite intently at those plants while you water them.
I was merely reflecting on something I saw long ago in Enbar.
Oh? What would that be?
In truth, it is nothing noteworthy. Back when I was a child, I saw a water nymph dancing and singing in a fountain along the main street. She was radiant, brilliant in the dewy light of the sun. But as an immature young lad, I grew embarrassed and ran away.
Wait a minute. That sounds familiar.
And you're sure of what you saw? A water nymph?
Absolutely. Her song resonated within me. It was a bucolic tune sung by common folk around the capital. As I recall, she had not been wearing so much as a scrap of clothing. Anyway, once I finally mustered up the courage to return, the nymph had vanished.
Such a tale hardly seems possible.
What? That's the reason Ferdy ran away that day? No way. I've been wrong about him this whole time? I mean, considering how I must have looked in that fountain... Oh no. I can't even begin to face him right now. I have to go back.
Is that Dorothea? I wonder what she's doing over there.
He's seen me. All right, Dorothea, just be calm. It's fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Why, if it isn't Ferdy and 80. What a coincidence to bump into the two of you here.
Dorothea, your face is red.
Yes, indeed it is. Do you have a fever?
Really? I feel fine, but... Well, I was just coming to check on things, but since it all checks out, I'll be going. Bye!
Wait, you could suddenly take a turn for the worse. So, I will escort you back.
No, I'm fine. I'm not going far.
Yet still too far to travel alone. If something were to happen to you, it would already be too late. Come now, take my arm. Or if it please you, I could carry you there.
Enough! I am perfectly fine, so just mind your own business and stay away from me.
No one appreciates obstinance, Ferdinand.
Apologies. Although, given the intensity of her rebuff, I worry she may not have liked me to begin with. Have I committed some grave wrong against her? What should I do?
What am I supposed to say to Ferdy? Oh, this is such a problem. All my animosity towards him has been due to a misunderstanding on my part. I really owe him a...
Dorothea!
Ferdy? What in the world?
I shall not approach any closer. So pray, stand there and hear me out. My deepest apologies for what happened the other day. I fear I may have wounded you most grievously. As I am a fool who knows not how I upset you, you may freely laugh and jeer at my inadequacies.
There's some kind of lover's quarrel, maybe?
You think he's cheating on her? Nah, couldn't be. But then again...
Oh, for the love of...
Ferdy! Please stop screaming our private business for all the world to hear!
But you told me to stay away from you, and I must not disregard your wishes in the matter. I implore you to forgive me. I have no wish for our relationship to end in such a horrid manner.
This is getting good. Can't say the lady looks too into it, though.
True, but if two folks really and truly love each other, they can overcome anything.
I forgive you, Ferdy! Now for the love of everything, stop shouting!
Thank you for forgiving me, Dorothea. And thank you for hearing out my thoughts on the matter.
Oh, I think everyone heard you out.
I see. Then you are still cross with me.
Listen, Ferdy, you don't need to apologize.
Does this mean you will never forgive me for as long as I live? Whatever am I to do?
Just listen to me for a second. You don't have to apologize to me because I'm the one who should be apologizing to you.
Oh? But why? I should not think you have any defects to speak of.
I overheard you and 80 talking the other day. When you were telling her about the water nymph you saw in the fountain in Enbar? Well, I'm fairly sure what you thought was a nymph was actually me, as a child.
Come again?
That was the day I met Manuela and was invited to be a singer, and I was over the moon about it. I slipped into the fountain to wash up, hoping to scrub some of the dirt off of me. And then you appeared.
I see. But if the beautiful water nymph was actually you, then that means...
Yes, right. Anyway, I got embarrassed thinking about it, which is why I told you to stay away. That's all.
Yes. Well, I am glad we were able to clear that up.
Hey, Caspar. Oh, what's with the mountain of books? Wait, please don't tell me you're planning to use them in your training somehow.
What kind of guy do you think I am? They're books. I'm gonna read them.
Read? A book? You? Did you eat something weird?
Come on, you sound just like Linhardt. I've torn through books before, sometimes even 2 or 3 whole chapters a day.
Please don't use the word torn when it comes to books. You're going to make my heart stop. And books are divided into chapters, not chappers. Oh, Caspar, promise me you won't hurt those books.
You don't have to worry, Dorothea. I realized something the other day. A person who's responsible for troops can't rely on physical strength alone. You probably wouldn't guess it from how my father looks, but he's pretty good about that stuff.
Can't say I'm shocked that the Empire's Minister of Military Affairs has read the occasional book. Speaking of, you may have heard this story before, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Back during the War of the Eagle and Lion, there was an imperial general named Francis who was quite proud of his strength. But while he was indeed strong, he was unlearned, and so everyone looked down on him.
Why do I feel like this story is gonna make me feel like an idiot?
Just listen. The Emperor at the time gave Francis an order to study, and said that if he didn't, he wouldn't be allowed to lead anyone in battle. Francis did as his Emperor ordered, and studied as though his life depended on it, growing especially talented in the area of tactics and strategy. As a result, his deeds on the battlefield were great, and he eventually rose to the rank of Minister of Military Affairs.
So I should take a page out of Francis's book, right?
So long as you don't mean literally, yes. Incidentally, the words the Emperor used to praise Francis were memorable enough to have survived even to this day. With the passing of 5 sunrises and 5 sunsets, even the meanest soldier may burgeon into a peerless commander. It means if you study hard for 5 days, even a common soldier can become a great general who commands an entire army.
5 days? That's nowhere near enough time. It'd take me 5 days just to read 1 book. You gotta at least give me until the end of the war.
But by that point, won't your chances to distinguish yourself in battle have already passed?
Oh, you're right. What am I gonna do, Dorothea?
Well, I suppose I have no choice but to help you. Who knows? I might even learn something.
You're the best. Thank you.
So I think you might be a little off here, Caspar. The interpretation is more like this.
No kidding. Well, so then this part here would actually mean something like... Hey, are this and this the same? I think they connect to that one thing from before.
Nice one. So now you understand that part, right?
Whew, I really made some progress today.
Yes, you've been doing quite well. You used to only train your body, but lately you've been spending more time on your mind.
Kinda got a better opinion of me now, huh? I mean, no way did I become a genius in just 5 days, but this still isn't bad. You've been hitting the books a lot yourself lately. Wouldn't you rather be out on dates or something?
Not at all. I'm working very hard for the sake of our future. Also, studying together like this is sort of fun.
I get it. It's kinda like training. The more you do, the more you get out of it. But I also noticed that my training has gone better since I started this whole studying thing.
And perhaps having a partner is helping too? Still, it makes me kind of sad. We'd probably be studying together like this a lot more if the academy hadn't shut down.
I don't know about that. I mean, if we hadn't ended up in this war, would I have found a reason to study like this? Honestly, I kinda doubt it.
Caspar, whatever's bothering you, you're not going to solve it by muttering to yourself.
Yeah, you caught me. Up until Edelgard decided she was going to fight, I didn't know much of anything. Not about the evil guys who came into the Empire, and not about the problems in Fodlan. Not saying I fully understand that stuff now, either, but at least I want to try.
Seeing you now is like looking at an adorable baby brother. I just want to pinch your cheeks and cheer you on with everything I've got.
Okay. I mean, sure, I'm the second son and you're older than me, but...
Perfect. Then go ahead and start thinking of me as your big sister.
You know what? I actually don't mind that. Well then, just keep watching me grow, big sis.
I thought you'd just laugh that off. With the passing of 5 sunrises and 5 sunsets, even a boy can burgeon into an impressive man.
What? Is that another part of Francis's story?
Oh, that's my little secret. Still, whatever am I to do now? Let's just continue bringing the best out of each other, for the sake of our post-war future.
Our meaning... never mind, I'm with you. Let's keep giving it our all together, Dorothea.
Ah, Petra. Just the lady I have been looking for.
Are you needing something, Ferdinand?
Why, yes, I do need something. Ravishing lady, princess from a foreign land, how sharp and true the swords you hold in your hand. Wilt thou not spar with me? How was that? Did I do it correctly? I want to be certain I understood the Brigid way.
What?
You see, I was perusing a book on your customs the other day. It was there that I came across a description of the proper way in which to make a request of members of the Brigid royal family. Apparently, one is supposed to improvise their need in the form of a song, while performing a small jig or rondo. I find it to be a most lovely tradition.
I am not knowing of this tradition.
You do not know it? But I am correct that song and dance are very important in your homeland, yes?
Yes, that is a truth. We are often singing and dancing as tribute to the spirits.
Then it has nothing to do with the royal family?
Ah, now I have understanding. Something has gotten lost inside of the translation. The ruler of Brigid is often asking the spirits for protection. This involves singing and dancing both. The members of the royal family are not witnessing the performance, they are doing the performance. Also, it is for special occasions only. No one bursts into a song with suddenness. That is strange.
Yes, I am discovering that for myself. I was convinced that Brigid must have some manner of odd custom that defies Fodlan convention.
Ferdinand, what land of silliness are you thinking I am from?
What? No, This is all going quite horribly. This is what I deserve for trusting that ridiculous book.
Do not be worrying. Even books of greatness may contain mistakes. I once was reading that all Fodlan nobles are born in wells. Can you be imagining?
That is a ridiculous notion.
It was even within the title. Fodlan's Nobility, a day in the life of the wellborn.
Petra, wellborn is actually a word. It means one who is born into a noble bloodline.
I am knowing that, Ferdinand. I was having a joke. I am not breaking into songs and dances, but I am breaking out the dictionary when I have the need.
A joke? I must say, this is quite surprising, Petra. You are unearthing my ignorance in spades today. This is twice you have made me dine on dirt in a single conversation.
Unearth? Spades? Dirt! Ah, I am understanding. You are having cleverness.
Well, no, that was merely a coincidence, but I am glad you enjoyed it.
And that's the situation. Now put your head down and see it done.
Leave it to me. I can do this blindfolded.
And don't neglect your night training. You'll be a wreck in the morning if you don't put the hours in.
What kind of lazy jerk do you take me for? Of course I'd never skip my training.
Very good. Well, I must be going. It seems you have a visitor anyway, so farewell.
Wait, a visitor? Oh, hey, Petra. Sorry, were you waiting for me? What can I do for you? Everything all right? You don't look so good.
I am well. You have my thanks for your concern.
You sure? I can walk you to the infirmary. I think Professor Manuela is in, actually.
No, I am well. Do not be troubling yourself.
If you say so.
I do. Caspar, I was not realizing that your father was visiting.
Yeah, he dropped by to talk to Edelgard and some of the others. Guy's so busy he hardly stays in any one place for more than a few hours.
I must be remembering that.
Oh, you have some business with him?
No, not yet.
Hey, sorry, but did you need me for something?
Huh? Oh, Edelgard is needing you. I was coming to tell you. She appeared quite upset. Her composure was almost lost.
Wait, she's mad at me? Oh no, I totally forgot she wanted to see me! Thanks, Petra, you're a lifesaver!
One day, I will be having revenge. Leopold von Bergles, you will be ruining the day you stole my father's life. Leopold von Bergles, I am challenging you to a duel. Meet me at the time and place designated. Signed, Petra McNeary. Huh?
Sorry, but my father won't be coming.
Why not, Caspar?
Because I got a hold of your letter before it could reach him. He doesn't know a thing.
Why are you making interference? You do not have the right.
Because I can't stand the thought of you dying. You're a great fighter, Petra, but you don't have a prayer against my father. You've got to know that.
Then you can be dying in his place, Caspar von Bergles!
Huh? What the... Why are you backing away? Just finish me off.
That would be achieving nothing.
I thought you said you were gonna kill me in my father's place.
I was losing control of my emotions.
Okay, so now what? You gonna start following my father around again?
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I mean, I know he killed your father, so if you really hate him that much, then go for it, I guess. But I'm gonna try and stop you because I don't want you two killing each other.
Caspar, for certain reasons that are not being public, I am Queen of Brigid now. A queen cannot be acting on personal grudges.
Then why did you challenge my father to a duel?
I do not know. It was a mistake. It was not normal for me.
Well, I guess even a queen can't push her feelings down forever. I can't imagine what it must have been like to go through what you did. But I think I can still relate. Hey, here's an idea. From now on, take it out on me.
No, this is silliness. There is no point in killing you.
I'm not talking about killing, Petra. What I want you to do is unload on me. Tell me off. Just talk to me about whatever it is you're feeling. If all your hate becomes too much, dump it on me. If you want to hit something, I'm your guy. I just want us to keep being friends. All right?
We will stay friends by yelling and hitting? I am not certain that is the kind of friendship I am wanting. But I am thanking you all the same. I will be giving it thought.
Great. Then just tell me when you need me.
I'm tired. Time to find a good spot for a nap. Bernadetta? Why are you skulking in the weeds?
No reason! Not getting in the way of two people's love at all! No, sir!
Huh? But I'm alone here. I see. That.
Yeah, that! I was out walking when I saw them. A man and a woman together in the woods, getting, hated.
Well, neither of them seems to be dead yet.
They're on a secret date, you dummy! Not fighting!
Regardless, how does two lovers stealing a moment alone lead to you curled up here in the fetal position?
Because I'm hiding! I mean, if I messed up their date, they might try to get revenge on me.
Relax. To them, you're no different than a pebble on the side of the road.
Hey, I'm not a pebble. I mean, sure, sometimes I wish I was just a rock, but...
Then just roll away quietly and you'll be fine.
Just roll away quietly. Hey, yeah! Wait, no! They'd see me! Stop trying to get me killed!
We've made enough racket over here to raise the dead and they haven't even noticed. I think it's safe to say they're off in their own little world. Still, good for them, sharing words of love when either one could die tomorrow.
Wait, they could die tomorrow?
They're both soldiers who serve on the front lines. I doubt a rosy future awaits them.
No, that's not true! Couples swearing their love and defying destiny are a staple of classic fiction!
Sure, but the fact it wouldn't happen in reality is what makes it such a good story, right?
Wait, but there are tons of stories where two people who have sworn their love don't ever meet again.
Likely because that's something people are familiar with from their own lives.
Okay, so which is it? I believe those two can be happy together, so they can, right?
I hope that's the case, but reality is cruel. Anyway, I've talked myself right to sleep.
Huh? Come on, don't sleep there! Uh-oh. Guess I'd better try that turn into a pebble and roll away quietly plan.
Bernadetta? What are you doing here? Uh-oh, looks like I'm interrupting. I'll be going.
Linhardt! Listen to me! Remember the two people we saw out on a date here? Well, the guy died.
Sadly, that sort of thing does happen. Another tragic love story for the books, I suppose.
I really believed they'd live happily ever after, and I can't take an ending like this. It's so awful.
Perhaps so, but this is the result of the Empire choosing war.
But I thought the power of their love for each other would see them through, safe and sound.
You expect too much from love. Yes, there are instances where emotion allows the body to go beyond the bounds of what should be possible, but the effects are quite minor. It's certainly not going to bring the dead back to life.
I know that, Linhardt. I just think it's sad. I mean, don't you think it's sad?
If pushed, yes, I would consider that to be sad.
What is wrong with you?
I didn't even know the man's name. Also, plenty of our enemies die, so why are we only sad for allies?
Because they're, you know, our allies?
I wouldn't want you to die, of course. That would make me quite sad.
And I don't want to see you die either, Linhardt. I'd cry even more if you died. Just the thought of it makes me...
Oh dear. Please don't cry over things that haven't happened yet.
Oh no! That's what I'm doing! I'm so sorry, Linhardt.
It's fine. But to that point, let's just make sure you and I both survive this war together. If we can do that, what you said will have come true and I'll happily apologize.
Apologize? For what?
For disputing the idea that two people's feelings for each other can help them overcome the risk of death. After all, the two of us surviving the war would refute any arguments I've made to the contrary.
Oh, I get it! So you and me and the power of our feelings for each other could... wait, our what now?
All of this earnest conversation has me exhausted. Time for some sleep.
Again? Oh, don't you dare fall asleep on me now! If you do that, I'm leaving you here!
What a rest. What's going on there?
Is this really happening? Oh, my prayers have been answered.
When I was about to die, your face floated into my mind, and then a miracle happened.
It seems reports of his death in battle were greatly exaggerated. I'll have to let Bernadetta know. Although given her sensibility, she's as likely to think he's a ghost as she is to be happy about it.
The tea is delicious, and though it's not quite sweet enough for me, it has a lovely aroma.
Ah, you've noticed. Yes, I added some rare rose nectar.
That explains the unique flavor. I rather like it.
As the saying goes, the richer the nectar, the richer the time spent with your companion.
Yes, and it goes so well with the treats that... Oh no! We've eaten them all!
Sadly, I fear that is all we have. Sweet treats are rather difficult to come by in these dark times. But if there is anything else you desire, I will endeavor to provide it.
If there are no more treats to be had, I feel our tea is complete. Good day.
Wait, stop! We may not have treats, but surely there are matters on your mind you might like to discuss?
No. Again, good day.
Lysithea, I know you do not want to talk about it, but I am aware of a certain anxiousness on your part when it comes to joining the common folk.
I don't know who you heard that absurd idea from, but it's certainly not true. It's true that I seek to become a commoner. So when the war is over, I intend to relinquish my peerage and live peacefully with my parents. But anxious? Perish the thought.
Yet you must be wrestling with serious matters indeed if you are willing to surrender your title. And you must have at least some unease about what sort of life a commoner leads. From what I hear, every noble who is descended in status is suffering, without exception. If such a future awaits you, it is surely just cause for a concern or two.
You speak of fallen nobles who had their ranks stripped for one reason or another. I'm surrendering the trappings of nobility because it's what I want. Don't lump us together.
I see. Well then, if I might raise a final point. What if you become a commoner and live a life which transcends the barrier between the two classes? You have experience as a noble of some quality, and it would be a terrible waste to see that buried once you join the proletariat. You would bring a unique perspective to your new position, and you could use it to change this world. The nobility will certainly listen to any suggestions you have to improve the lives of the public.
Yes, yes, it's all a very pretty thought. But it is meaningless for me. It's the duty of nobility to worry about what is best for commoners and the world at large, no? I can no longer accept responsibility for things in Fodlan. All I can do is be close to my parents and live out what life remains to me in peace.
Lysithea,
Your tea was exceptional. Thank you.
Lysithea!
Must you cry out my name whenever you see me? Yes, well, what do you need?
A moment of your time, nothing more. I have an issue I would like to discuss.
Very well, but please make it fast.
It concerns your future.
Huh?
I just could not understand why a talented young woman such as yourself would make such a rash and frankly illogical decision. Why would you throw away your nobility? Why must you live with such hasty abandon? I sought answers to these questions. I attempted to understand your reason for living.
Could you not, though? It's incredibly irritating. Fine, whatever. Keep talking.
Right. Well, in the end, I happened upon your secret and came here to talk to you. I know you have been condemned to a brief life.
So you know the truth. Good for you. Well, as I have no options or choice in the matter, I'd appreciate you just leaving it be.
Do you truly have no options?
And what option do you think is open to me? I can't do anything but take on responsibility for my parents.
I do not know. At least, not right now, but...
Don't you think I'd do something if I could?
Of course. And as I said, I lack a solution to the issue at present. Though there may only be little time left to you, does it mean there is no tomorrow? No day after that? As long as you draw breath, you can take action.
And what action can I possibly take, Ferdinand? I stopped clinging to false hope long ago.
Do not turn away from the magic of possibility. Lord Arundel, and the others who worked in the shadows of the Empire, left behind a great deal of information. And, as you know, I have been delving into that information with Hubert. In the course of our work, we located records of the fell experiments conducted at House Ordelia.
You did?
We did. Now, there is no guarantee we will stumble across a solution to your particular problem. But we have the wisest minds of the Empire, including Linhardt, Professor Hanneman, and many others, researching the matter as we speak. So please, just hold on a little longer, Lysithea. Let us finish this before your life flickers out.
I don't even... Ferdinand, wait! Let me help with the research too! That way would be better! Much, much better! Wait for me!
Mercedes, got a sec?
Hello, Caspar. What do you need?
I wanted to ask you something about Professor Jeritza. He's your little brother, yeah?
Yes, that's right. What of it?
Nothing. Except that I've challenged him a bunch of times and he keeps wiping the floor with me. So I thought maybe you might know some special way I could train to beat him, seeing as you're his sister and all.
A way to beat Jeritza. Oh, I have it.
All right, lay it on me.
Here, follow me.
I don't think this is going very well.
Please allow me. There, see? If you do it like so, it's actually quite simple.
Yeah, that's actually... Wait, no! How is baking supposed to help me beat Professor Jeritza?
Because we're making treats.
Oh, I see. Again, no! How does that help? Unless... Hang on. Are these actually magic treats that fill me with unimaginable strength? I don't want to win like that. It's cheating.
You're so amusing, Caspar. But no, there are no magical treats that do such a thing. Look here. They're almost done, so watch what I do very carefully.
Whoa! These look amazing! But again, and I hate to keep repeating myself here, how does this help me beat Professor Jeritza? Is there some kind of terrible secret in the method? Black magic in the brown sugar, maybe?
Oh, Caspar, there's no secret. Jeritza has loved sweets for the longest time, but he's terrible when it comes to making them. So if you can make a better sweet treat than he, I'm sure he'll be vexed and acknowledge his defeat.
I'm trying to beat him in combat, not baking! I lost to Jeritza again! How can I beat him?
Let's see. What if you made all the cats in the base like you? Yes, I think that's a wonderful idea.
Don't pop up out of nowhere and scare me like that, Mercedes. It's not nice. And wait, cats? Liking me? What?
Jeritza has adored cats ever since he was little. But now they always flee when he approaches. Perhaps it's because he's so much bigger? In any case, if he saw cats being affectionate with you, I'm sure he would acknowledge his defeat.
Again, not the kind of win I'm aiming for here. Look, it's simple. I want to fight the guy head-on and beat him. That's it.
But head-on isn't the only way to fight, correct? I mean, surely that isn't your strategy on an actual battlefield.
Wish it could be, but yeah, that's probably not the smartest idea in the world. But since this isn't a battlefield, it's up to me how I want to fight the guy.
Yet I feel that going up against him would be the same as being on a battlefield. You are companions who fight for the same cause. Why would you hurt one another to decide the outcome of the day? Wouldn't it be nicer to compete by baking treats or being loved by cats?
I mean, I get what you're saying, which is weird.
Then how about we spend today surveying cats and continue our baking lessons this evening?
I didn't say I agreed. I just said I got what you were saying and that it was weird. How'd she trick me into baking again? What am I gonna do with all these things? Huh? Where'd Mercedes go? Ah, it's Professor Jeritza! Maybe I can challenge him again. Wait a minute. Those are the treats I made.
Utterly delicious. He made these? I am defeated.
Wait, what? I can't believe Professor Jeritza just admitted defeat so casually. This is great, but also very frustrating, but also great. I'm so conflicted. No, I want to beat him head on. Ugh!
Oh, it feels wonderful to be out on the town again. Wouldn't you agree, Petra?
I would. It has been one battle after another battle. It is feeling good to rest.
I know, right? I'm glad we stopped here. Just look at the market. So many stalls, so much life.
This town must have been sending many soldiers to the war. I was thinking it would be filled with gloom. But the townsfolk are keeping high spirits. This is a good thing.
Commoners are a lot more resilient than you think. It doesn't matter if there are arrows whizzing by their shops or if there's a new lord to serve. They know how to adapt and carry on. Of course, it's different if they've lost family.
Yes. In Brigid, everyone is family. We fight as sisters and brothers, and are mourning each loss.
One big family, huh? Can't say that for Fodlan. It's a beautiful idea, but it must be awful in wartime. I can't imagine feeling like I've lost a sibling every time a person dies.
Yes. Times of war bring much sadness. But I am also thinking that war is less common. We are not squabbling over land or property, because it is already belonging to all.
That sounds wonderful, Petra.
We are only squabbling over who is sitting on the throne. Oh, and lovers.
Oh, so that's where things get messy. Juicy.
Oi, ladies. Ain't safe for a couple of prim skirts to be out here alone. Why don't you come with us?
Keep walking, boys. Not interested.
Shut up and move, girlie.
What the?
Watch out, Dorothea! This one has skill!
Well, that was incredibly uncivil of them. Are you alright? You aren't hurt, are you?
I am well. And you?
Not a scratch. I'm so relieved those brutes didn't mess up that silky face of yours.
But I am not wearing silk upon my face, Dorothea.
No, I'm talking about your skin. It's lustrous and smooth, you know?
This is a strange comparison. Silk is easily damaged. My skin has strength. Here, feel.
That's alright. I can tell just by looking.
Then you are knowing that my skin is like steel, not like silk. I am thinking we should be taking more care from now on. You are precious to me. I do not want to be losing you to thugs. One of them was a capable fighter. Please take my apologies for placing you in such danger. If anyone is trying such a thing again, I will be keeping you safe.
Hey, you're special to me too, you know. And no one's gonna lay a finger on your head while I'm around.
Hey, so... Oh, go ahead. I didn't actually have anything important to say.
No, you can go first, Bernadetta.
Okay, well, I guess I'll start. I saw a lovely white butterfly in the mess hall this morning. Oh, but while the wings and body were both white, its eyes were crimson. It was beautiful.
I saw one just like that at the stables.
You saw one too?
Yes, its eyes glittered like tiny jewels. It was wondrous to behold.
I wonder if it was the same butterfly I saw. That would be something, huh?
Yes, it would be a most lovely coincidence. Well, I guess it's my turn. This morning I awoke earlier than usual and... Well, since I had extra time, I climbed a small hill and looked out over the landscape.
You woke up bright and early, huh? That's great. So how was the scenery?
Seeing the plains hued red by the sunrise was especially striking. It's like I was standing inside a painting, or... I'm sorry, I can't put it into words very well.
Wow, I wish I could have seen it. Maybe I can manage to drag myself out of bed before noon one day.
Oh dear, listen to me. I'm sorry for going on as long as I did.
No, it's alright. Really. And actually...
Yes, Bernadetta?
Well, I guess... I mean, it's been a long time since I've been able to talk this much with someone.
I'm rather awful at speaking to other people myself. So this has been somewhat strange for me as well.
Yeah. So, I was thinking it might be nice if we could chat again sometime. What do you think?
That would be delightful.
Aw, thanks, Marianne. I gotta think of lots of things to talk about for next time. Okay, so there's carnivorous plants, interesting books, the doll I'm knitting, carnivorous plants...
You talked about those today as well.
Yeah, but there are lots of different kinds? Anyway, I think this is gonna be great. Wow, your painting is brilliant, Marianne.
Oh, it's not anything special.
Sure it is. I mean, especially since this is basically your first time. You're a natural. But me? I was born with a chronic lack of painting skill.
That's not true at all. I think your work is gorgeous. The sky and earth seem to leap off the canvas.
Oh, you really think so?
And what's more, I couldn't help but notice your ability on the horses we rode here. You overflow with talent, Bernadetta. Never doubt it.
That horse thing is just because I'm a noble. They made me practice all the time when I was young. Though yeah, I've done a lot of riding both on and off the battlefield lately. You've really inspired me to be better.
I would expect nothing less than such an effort from you, Bernadetta.
Say, Marianne, what do you want to do when this war is over?
Well, if it were allowed, I'd love to go to a forest where sunlight filters through the leaves and read a book while surrounded by small animals.
Surrounded by animals? I mean, that's a lovely dream.
What do you want to do, Bernadetta?
I'll tell you, but it has to stay between us, okay? I'm, writing a story, and I'd like to finish it.
You are so very full of talent. I have such respect for you.
Oh, it's not so much. But hey, I just thought of a new story. Okay, so it's about a girl in a remote forest who talks to animals and makes friends with them.
Wait, isn't that...
Yes. I totally plagiarized your life. I just thought it would be fun to turn your dream into a story.
It is a book I would very much like to read. Please do let me see it if you ever finish.
Okay, Bernie. Pressure's on now.
I look forward to it.
In that case, maybe you could actually teach me about the forest animals? You know so much, Marianne. Honestly, I'd love to just sit and talk about whatever with you.
That sounds wonderful.
Then it's a promise. We'll talk each other's ears off.
It is a promise indeed. Where am I? Good to see you up and about, Lysithea. How are you feeling? Mercedes? Why are you... What am I doing here? You don't remember? You collapsed during training, so I carried you here. Professor Manuela said you were sleep-deprived. You were out for almost half the day, I think.
I slept for that long? No! I have to catch up on everything I missed!
I understand your impatience, but you're still quite pale. Why not stay here and rest a while longer?
Thanks for the concern, but I've rested enough.
That's a shame. I suppose I'll just have to throw out these cookies I baked for you.
Cookies?
Yes. I thought we might share them when you woke up.
Well, I suppose since you worked so hard on them... Wait. Are you taking advantage of my love of sugar?
I only wanted to enjoy some tea and your company. There, see? I was thinking of rainbows when I baked them.
So colorful. How did you get them to look like this?
Oh, just a few special ingredients. It wasn't so difficult.
Now I'm even more curious.
Please try one. I'm certain you'll like it.
Okay, Here I go. It's like snow. It just melts in my mouth and leaves the most wonderful aftertaste. This is honestly one of the most amazing things I've ever tasted in my life.
I'm glad you like them. Oh, and there are plenty more, so don't be shy.
Sure, but more importantly... Actually, wait. I need to eat another one first. Okay, you have to teach me how to make these.
Of course. But let's just enjoy the ones we have here first, yes?
No, you have to teach me right now. I have to know.
Oh, I think the tea is ready. Please excuse me for a second.
No! Stop! Don't you dare leave! Can't believe I got so worked up just now. But I really need to know how to make these. Like this? No, it's more like that.
Lysithea, it isn't often I find you in the kitchen.
I could say the same. What are you doing here at this hour?
Oh, I just wanted to bake some treats for everyone.
To improve morale, right? In that case, I'll help. 4 hands are better than 2 and all that.
That would be wonderful. If you could start by peeling this fruit and... Oh dear.
What's wrong?
These fruits have mostly spoiled. I was going to add them for the fragrance, but in this state... Well, it's not like we can go out and buy more, so we'll just have to leave them out.
Just to take stock, what ingredients do we currently have on hand?
Well, we have eggs, flour, sugar, and a very small amount of oil.
Sounds like there's no good substitute for the fruit then. We'll have to get creative.
Do you have something in mind?
I do, actually. If we boil the sugar in a pot...
Thank you, Lysithea. I think everyone will love them. And filling them with that sweet syrup you made was a marvelous idea.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite go-to tricks. But still, I couldn't have done it without you.
Really? I suppose I helped a little, but...
I still dream about those rainbow cookies you made. Ever since I had them, I've spent all my free time researching how to be a better baker. That's actually where I got the idea to make that syrup. So you were more help than you thought.
Oh, but you're always so busy training. Are you sure you're getting enough rest?
Honestly, baking is a nice break. Plus, it's when I'm busy that I need sweets the most.
Well, I'm glad you found your own way to relax.
I still think exercising, studying magic, and daily training are important. But I realize taking breaks every now and then improves my productivity too.
Goodness, you really have changed. You seem more mature now, like a responsible young woman.
I've always been mature, thank you very much.
Well then, maybe you're simply wiser, like a wizened old grandmother.
Not sure I'd call myself... You know what? Never mind. I'll take it as a compliment.
Lysithea, would you like to have another tea party with me sometime? I'd love to try some of your baking for myself.
Sure. I suppose we could do that. Maybe then you'll finally teach me how to make those cookies.
Goodness, someone has been neglecting your care. Worry not, fair mare. I shall have your coat glistening in no time. Someone is doing a rather slapdash job of maintaining this equipment. Best take care of it.
I wasn't aware you were responsible for cleaning the training gear, Ferdinand.
I am not. Still, I cannot just leave it like this. And all will benefit if our equipment has a longer life.
In that case, let me lend a hand. I actually enjoy this kind of thing.
You have my thanks. Perhaps you might be so good as to start with that piece there.
Say, Ferdinand, are you really a noble?
I beg your pardon? What a horrid question! If I am not considered noble, then who is? After all, I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Yes, you've made that quite clear. On many occasions.
Then are you attempting to remind me that the succession of House Eyre's peerage is on hold? It is unkind to prod at a man's sore spot like that. Though I will not hesitate to add, it does not mean my rank has been seized entirely.
That's not what I mean either. I understand you hold a noble's rank. It's just, well, something about you as a person reminds me of a commoner.
Such cheek! How can I remind you of base rabble when I strive without end to be the noblest of them all?
Because you take the initiative to muck out stables and clean filthy training gear? Most nobles I know wouldn't dream of doing such things. They'd just have the rabble do it.
It is my belief that nobility must serve as a model, nay, a beacon for the common folk. Doubly so in places like this, where people of different social status live alongside one another. It is precisely because of who I am that I must take the initiative. Such actions make a noble.
A praiseworthy mindset. But do any nobles besides you actually put it into practice? I don't know about the Empire, but I'm dang sure lesser nobles don't think that way. Just seeing commoners makes the bile rise in their throats. I'd say they treat us like animals, except they actually seem to appreciate their animals. Lawrence also draws stark lines between nobles and commoners, but he's a little better than the others.
Well, he is one of the nobles I find to be of merit. Regardless, your suspicion is correct. The Empire does have its fair share of nobles who bring shame to the appellation. But I will not allow them to set the standard for imperial nobility.
Huh. Maybe there's some kind of cultural difference.
Well, you are looking robust today. Let us get that coat of yours glowing, shall we?
Hey, Ferdinand.
Hello, Leonie. Have you some need of me?
I did a little detective work and learned something. You're the weird one.
I fear I do not take your meaning. How exactly am I weird?
You're a noble who delights in cleaning out stables and maintaining filthy equipment. And among the imperial nobles, you're the only one who does those kinds of things when it's not your specific responsibility. Which means I was right. Empire and Alliance nobles are all the same.
I think I understand what you're trying to say. Certainly among those you investigated, I am the only one who puts such ideas into action. But that is, if you would forgive me, a surface-level assessment. The reality beating at the heart of the matter is quite different indeed.
Okay, what does that mean?
True nobles think as I do, inside their heads. It just so happens that I am the only one who turned thought into deed on this particular occasion. So, if you believe those actions to be strange, you are saying the thoughts of all of them are strange as well. Which means you find all nobles of the world, myself among them, to be strange.
Are you trying to confuse me? Because it's working. How do you reach a conclusion like that? I'm telling you,
You're the only weird one.
We appear to be arguing past one another.
Seems like it, but I'm still right.
Then I am left with no choice but to make you understand that I am the right sort of noble.
And I'll have to make you understand there aren't actually any other nobles like you.
Goodness, whatever is the matter with me? It is out of character for me to be so obstinate. An understanding like this ought never be forced upon a person. My behavior was ill-befitting a noble, Leonie. Please, allow me to apologize.
Nah, I got pretty heated there myself. At the end of the day, you're taking charge and being helpful, and that's what counts. It doesn't really matter if other nobles would ultimately do the same thing or not. So, sorry.
You must think nothing of it. However, I believe a thought has just come to me. Ultimately, the problem is not me. It is that you mistrust the nobility as a whole. That being the case, I must redouble my efforts to put my philosophy into action, so as to make others of my stature understand the correct way of things. I am certain this will rid us of the selfish sort of nobles you imagine to be lurking around every corner.
Wait, I mean, that'd be pretty great, but... if nobles start taking the initiative to work and stop looking down on commoners, doesn't that just... make them commoners?
La la, la 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 la.
Is that Lady Dorothea? Oh, it is! Hello, Monica. Oh, is something wrong? Well, I was wondering... are you the same Lady Dorothea who is known as the mystical songstress? Well, yes, I suppose I am. Did you not know that? Not at first, though it made perfect sense once I finally realized it. I find it difficult to believe it's really you. Well, I'm certainly not doing a lot of songstressy things here in the army, so I'm not surprised it took you a bit to put two and two together. But it should not have taken me this long. You have the same name, and you carry yourself in the same dignified manner as the Lady Dorothea I saw in the capital. I can't believe you're right in front of me. The excitement is so great I can barely stand. Oh, please, that's all in the past. Now I'm just another one of your allies. No, you're different. There wasn't a girl in the capital who didn't want to be you. I spent years trying to find a ticket to one of your performances. But when I finally found one, I ended up in a seat where I couldn't see the stage very well. It was so far back, I could barely even make out your face, or the rest of you for that matter. That's likely why I failed to recognize you at first. Well, I'm certainly pleased you came to see me, and I'm sorry the seat was less than ideal. Oh, but the costumes and stagecraft were more gorgeous and stirring than I ever could have imagined. Your songs captivated me. They reached out from the center of the stage all the way back to me in my little corner of the opera house. Just thinking about it puts a smile on my face. You were a more passionate listener than I would have imagined, Monica. Moni? Still with me? Oh, my apologies, Lady Dorothea. I was sort of carried off by a wave of memories there. It's fine, but, can we maybe stop with all of the lady stuff? I find it a little unsettling. Well, all right, Dorothea. You know, I'm somewhat surprised you didn't return to the opera company once the war broke out. You're not the only one. Adi and I being classmates was a big part of why I stayed, but... suffice it to say that a lot happened, and now I'm here. It's a great honor to fight alongside you, Lady Dorothea. Maybe I should just return the favor and start calling you Lady Monica.
Dorothea, are you all right? I heard you were injured in our latest battle.
I'm fine. I can't say the same for my clothes, but at least my body will heal up quickly.
Oh, what a relief. It would be terrible if you were wounded, but even a single scar marring your perfect skin would be a tragedy.
No need to make such a fuss over it. I have plenty of scars already, Monty.
I'm aware, but a large one would present a different type of problem altogether.
Wait, how do you know that I have scars? Actually, no, I'd rather not find out.
By the way, Dorothea, there's something I was hoping to ask you. I heard you were hurt because you hesitated to kill an opponent and left yourself open to an attack. Is that true?
It is. My enemy was a young child, and she was all skin and bones. I thought perhaps she was an orphan, and pity stayed my hand.
So it is true.
I'm sorry. I suppose my failure to act must have been something of a burden on everyone else.
I don't consider you a burden, but still, why do you keep fighting if you have such a kind heart? How can you even stand it? Don't you want to run away? Don't you want to leave the army and return to your opera company?
Oh, of course. The little voice inside my head is always telling me to pack up and go. But I have too much self-respect to do that. Or perhaps I'm simply too tied to my position. If I hadn't been given the opportunity to become a songstress, if I'd remained an orphan, I might well be in the same position as the child I face today. I might have been pressed into battle without being taught how to fight properly. I doubt I would have lasted long out on the battlefield. And when I think about that, I can't run away. I can't be the only one to flee to safety when everyone else is in danger.
I had no idea.
Plus, Edie matters a lot to me. I want to stay by her side and support her. You know all about what that's like, right? Even though you have the option of working in the capital, you've chosen to stay here and fight.
Well, you have me there. No matter what hardships might come, I can't imagine ever abandoning her.
That makes two of us.
Dorothea? My apologies. There's something I need to confess. I went to Her Majesty and asked her to reassign you to the rear guard. But after speaking to you, I now realize that was a great mistake. Even if it's difficult, and even if you get hurt, you still have a desire and a right to be on the front with Lady Edelgard.
You don't have to apologize, Moni. I understand. So, let's keep giving everything we've got to this fight.
Yes! With the two of us at her side, Her Majesty will be flanked by beautiful flowers. Wait, Her Majesty is also a beautiful flower, so,
Upon the stage of battle we shall bloom, an army of countless flowers bursting into full glory.
I still can't win!
Hey, coming to a draw with the almighty king of grappling's not a bad result. After all, you've got a disadvantage. What with our size difference and all.
Okay, but don't you have the disadvantage of our age difference?
Hey, I'm not that old.
And I'm not that short. I've actually grown a lot in these last 2 years. Give me a little time and I'll be towering over you.
Not sure you've got a growth spurt left in you at your age. And I'm a pretty big guy.
What did you say?
Oh, you want another piece? Let's go!
Didn't win. Again!
Another draw! You don't know when to quit! We're not getting anywhere fighting with our fists.
Yeah, you're right. I'm pretty much at my limit.
So, what's next?
Better make it something where we can compete on equal footing.
Naturally. Well, beyond fists, there's money, there's ladies.
How are you going to compete with money? All you do is complain about not having any. And ladies? That doesn't even make sense. I mean, unless you want us to dress up in ladies' clothes and compete to see who looks better.
You're really not understanding this, are you?
Stop, you're annoying. Also, this break gave me time to get my energy back. So put 'em up, it's back to fists.
Better hope your body can pay the bill your mouth keeps running up.
Yeah!
Yeah!
An opening!
Huh? Oh! Ugh. You got me good, friend. I concede.
Yes! I won!
You didn't fight like yourself today, and I mean that in a good way. You fended off everything I had, then saw an opening at the last second and really showed me what's what. You turned my own height advantage against me. I never saw it coming.
Yeah, it was quite the ending, all right. That said, it wasn't my idea to fight like that. Linhardt mentioned it was the only way for me to beat someone with your height.
Still, even if it wasn't your idea, you're the guy who put it into action. So no need to be humble. Puff that chest out for Linhardt's sake.
I'll do just that. But now I found myself with a new goal to worry about. This victory came from me getting outside advice. Next time, I want to win it all by myself.
Hey, it's okay to have ambitions and junk, but... Look, if you ask me, I think there's more value in winning with someone than in smashing skulls alone.
Wait, you do?
Yep. When it comes to a fist, the more people behind the punch, the stronger it gets. Me, for example, I've got Holst backing me up. That guy's helped me tons of times in my life.
You're old childhood friends, right?
Sure are. We're two peas in a rotten pod. Although right now, each pea is off in a different place. But I know we'll see each other again somewhere down the road. Not a doubt in my mind.
In that case, I guess Linhardt is my Holst.
We're the same, you and me. Warriors who fight with childhood buds backing up their fists.
Except that our friends aren't the tiniest bit alike in terms of personality or military skill.
Nothing wrong with that. It's natural for folks in different positions to have different ways of life. All you and I can do now is live life with everything we've got. If you train with all your heart, you can live and die without a single regret.
Yeah, you're right. We've got nothing but fighting. So let's fight and fight and fight until this war is over.
Oh, hang on, pal. I've got money and women to think about too, you know.
And I've got martial arts, brawling, and hand-to-hand combat to think about.
That's all fighting!
Dear son, I hope this letter finds you well, and that you and your sister aren't fighting too much. It's been some time since I left the church in the kingdom, but I'm making do. Once this war is over, I hope the three of us can live together again. She seems in good health.
Yes, she sent me this letter as soon as I wrote her about being reunited with you. I know she was happy to hear that. She was always so worried about you, you know? We haven't seen you since we left House Bartels, so please go visit her when you have a chance. As you read, we were thinking that after the war is over, we could perhaps reunite.
No.
Why not?
I cannot face her. I killed my father, slaughtered everyone in the house. Our mother shouldn't meet a murderer.
Yes, I heard about that. But I'm certain you took those actions because you felt you had to, right? Just explain it to her. She'll listen to you.
You do not understand. There is a murderous demon in my heart. The Death Knight inside me would cut you and our mother down without hesitation. If that happened, I would lose myself.
But we're here talking right now, and you're just as you always were. You're my little Emile who loves kittens and sweets.
Mercedes. I may be fine now, and perhaps the demon in me will even perish someday. But I cannot live with you until I pay for my crimes. And considering the weight of them, that day may never come.
But
I seek only to be judged by the law, and thereby atone.
so that's what you've decided, is it? In that case, I have no choice but to support you, no matter how sad it makes me. But just know that Mother and I will always be waiting for you, no matter how long it takes. I look forward to the day when you can show your face to her proudly.
I see.
We might both be old ladies by then. But we'll still be able to talk over tea like always.
Thank you, Mercedes.
Looks like there's lots of bugs around here. Go on and eat a bunch and grow nice and big plants.
Hey, Bernie B. Doing a little garden care?
Huh? Oh, yes. Do you need something, Happy? Oh, wait. Are you here to finish me off and turn me into fertilizer? No! I'm completely devoid of nutritional content. I'm basically just air.
No, but if you want to be fertilizer that badly, I'm certain it could be arranged. I just wanted to mention how I'm surprised to find carnivorous plants growing here. I was curious who was taking care of them, and now I seem to have found my answer.
Yeah, carnivorous plants are my favorites.
And mine as well. I had no idea we were such kindred spirits.
That's so great! I never thought I'd find another carnivorous plant lover in all of Falkland. Yay!
You really don't need to yell like that. So, which one do you like best, Bernie B? There's a lot to consider after all. The aroma, the texture, the way you prepare it.
Oh yeah, some smell nice and some are just soft as all get out. But the way they're prepared? Like, how you take care of them? I suppose there's a lot of variance there, too.
Indeed. So of the ones here, which is your favorite?
Maybe this one. The one that looks like a jug.
I like that one as well. It smells divine. And the experience really changes depending on what kind of berries you stuff it with.
Can't say I've ever thought to stuff it full of berries, but I definitely see how that would change things. Oh, but I also like this one here with the leaves that act like a mouth. They're so teensy and cute, and they blossom with white flowers. I could just stare at them all day.
Interesting. I always pick them before the flowers can bloom, so I didn't know that. Aren't the buds wonderful? Of course, wrapping with leaves is great too.
Yeah, the buds are unusual. I love them, and it's fun watching the leaves move. I'm happy you like watching them as much as me.
Watching?
Huh?
In any case, now we know we like the same ones. We should have a bite together next chance we get. Anyway, I have to be off. See ya!
Yep, next time we'll go out together and, get something to eat? I guess that sounds nice.
I had no idea these grew outside the village.
Oh, hi, Hapi. Got some fruit there?
Yep. I used to eat them all the time when I was a kid. Care for some?
Huh? Oh, thanks. I'll just have one. Oh, wow. It's sour, but also sweet.
They're my favorite. With all the edible plant life around here, you never need to worry about being hungry.
Well, I suppose I've seen edible plants around, but are there really all that many? Sheesh, I need to get out more. I didn't even notice.
But you must have noticed. You raise them. Like the carnivorous one I saw earlier?
But I don't eat my carnivorous plants.
I'm sorry. Did we or did we not have a long conversation about how delicious they are? In fact, I was just thinking that the jug-shaped one would be divine if we stuffed it with grains and... Bernie Bee?
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just imagining you eating my adorable little carnivorous plants.
Which I have done. A lot, actually. Haven't you?
Of course not! Why would I eat my plant babies?
Because they're delicious. Okay, that's it. I'm going to cook you up a carnivorous plant feast right now. Come on.
Wait, no! I haven't said yes to this!
Here you go. Dig in. This is the one with the leaves that act like a mouth. But instead of bugs, I stuffed it with grilled meat.
Oh no! Poor little guy! But it would be an insult to its little plant spirit if I just threw it out, so... What?
Well, do you like it? It's my favorite, so I hope it ends up being your favorite too. Bernie Bee? Was it so delicious you passed out? Okay, come on. Stop kidding around. Hello? I can see you drooling, Bernie Bee.
Linhardt, you skipped the War Council meeting again. If you have any pride at all as a noble, it would behoove you to start acting like one.
I have pride. Some, at least. But speaking of noble comportment, I seem to remember a certain someone who obeyed the church for a time and opposed the empire.
Your tongue cuts like 1,000 sharpened blades. Nonetheless, I did what was required for survival. My dream of regaining my family status would be forever lost were I to perish, and I cannot permit such a thing to come to pass. All I do is for the sake of House Nouvelle's revival.
That's lovely and all, but
It is not lovely.
as the tale goes, House Nouvelle had passed down the crest of Macule for many generations.
Cease your endless yammering and listen to me.
So I am forced to wonder why it is that you, a legitimate heir to the family, do not possess said crest. What's more, in its place you have the crest of Noah, who was one of the 4 apostles. Has your house stymied and deceived imperial investigations for generations? And if so, how?
If you aren't going to listen to me, I refuse to even entertain answering that question.
Well, I've grown tired of speaking, so we'll have to continue this another time. Good night.
Wait, no, I'll answer you. Just don't treat me like dirt trodden underfoot.
Then, by all means. Perhaps in the course of your explanation, something of use to House Nouvelle's restoration will crop up.
I would like that very much. Well then. To be frank, it is said that Saint Noah is an ancestor of House Nouvelle. The saint feared her crest, already rare even in her time, could prove a source of utter calamity. As such, she forged a magic that tricked crest investigation devices and aided her descendants.
Fascinating. And is there anything else regarding Saint Noah?
Your disdain is palpable. Now, does any of that sound of use to restoring my house or not?
I cannot say. I must hear the rest first.
You realize it would be bothersome in the extreme if I told you everything and none of it was helpful, yes? If you wish to hear more, I must have a guarantee it will provide something I can use.
What a bother. Ah, Constance. I have something I'd like to ask you.
I can't imagine how a dullard like myself would be anything but a bother to one such as you. However, I'm happy to answer anything you need.
Ah, perfect timing, Constance. I'd like to conduct a little experiment regarding the crest of Noah.
If my useless body can somehow help, it is yours. Linhardt von Hevering, where are you?
Something wrong, Constance? You seem quite upset.
For crying out loud, there you are. I demand to know why you are always coming to my other side and engaging in all manner of questions and experiments. My secrets are being revealed one after another.
Well, naturally, I prefer to deal with someone who's forthcoming with her answers.
I am always forthcoming.
Actually, I'm finding you a bit troublesome.
Troublesome? What about me is troublesome? Explain yourself at once, you feckless cat of a man.
It's, well, you know.
No, I don't know. I'm answering whatever questions you throw at me, and that is the kind of mealy-mouthed, perfunctory response you deem fit to toss in my direction?
I suppose that's a fair point. But do you really want me to dig into detail on the bothersome parts of your personality?
Well, when you put it that way, it does sound like a discussion that would make me wroth.
Which is why I think the world is better off with my mealy-mouthed response, as you so aptly put it.
In that case, I shall let sleeping hounds lie.
Good. And with that, farewell.
Hold, cretin! My agreeing to drop that particular matter does not also apply to your digging about in my personal affairs via my other mood. We must discuss terms of exchange.
Terms of exchange?
Is it not obvious? My other side is cooperating with your research, so you shall cooperate with mine. There's always demand for new magical experimentation subjects, after all.
And what sort of magic do you mean exactly?
Magic that makes one's eyes emit a dazzling golden light.
For the briefest of moments, I thought this might actually be interesting. Yes, well, all this talking has exhausted me, so perhaps we can take the matter up at a later date?
Oh, I don't mind, but make sure you talk to me as I am now. Understand?
Coco, I'm not gonna make it.
Happy? What in the world do you mean? You look rather unsteady all of a sudden.
I'm so sleepy. Why not just end my suffering now?
Can you not pull yourself together? You were the one who volunteered for guard duty in the first place.
I know, but whenever it's just the two of us like this, it reminds me of how things used to be. And then I get all nostalgic and sleepy. Usually I'd be in bed right now, you know?
Well, I cannot deny feeling a little nostalgic myself.
I can't believe we're still together after everything that's happened. First we had to help the knights, then we wound up in the Imperial Army. Wild, right? I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like we're best friends or something.
Have you already forgotten what you once told me? You said that you would be so utterly lonesome without me to keep you company that it would only be a matter of time before you began to sigh. It was necessary that I stay with you in order to avert certain disaster. I had no choice in the matter, you see?
Did I really say all that?
You did indeed. It was the very day we left Abyss, if memory serves.
All right then, fine by me. I wonder what everyone else from Abyss is up to now.
We know Balthus and Yuri are alive and well, and I believe it is likely everyone else is thriving too.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Do you ever wish you could return to those days, back in Abyss?
Me? Nah, not really. Most of the people here don't know about my power. They actually treat me like a normal person.
Indeed.
Plus, you're here. It's like you said, I'd get lonely without my Coco. What about you? Would you be lonely without me?
Well, lonely is not necessarily the word I'd use.
So it's just me then, huh?
Okay, fine. I would be positively despondent without you here.
There you go. That wasn't so hard, was it? I'm glad you finally admitted it.
You knew? Why must you always tease me so?
Come on, you were pretty happy when I volunteered for guard duty, weren't you?
Yes, well, you see, that was because it had already been assigned to me. I merely thought it would be easier to have a partner with whom I was already familiar.
Same here. That's why I volunteered. I knew you'd be my partner, Coco.
Ugh, I simply cannot win with you.
I have exhausted most of the Pegasus Corps, so how should I advance the mounted units on the ground?
A tricky proposition indeed. The enemy general won't be foolish enough to miss a chance to seize the advantage here.
If we are going to face the enemy with our remaining troops, it would be best to have the mounted units take up formation in the narrow pass to the east. Then, the remaining Pegasus Knights can attack from the cliffs above and end this quickly. Still, my scouts claim there may be archers stationed on those cliff tops.
Naturally. Everyone knows to expect Pegasus Knights as soon as they see the standard of Galatea. The enemy will doubtless be ready for this.
Yes, it is quite the predicament. I cannot help but wonder what my father or brothers would do. As someone who commands an army of Galatea, withdrawal is not an option.
I don't think you need to rack your brain over this too hard, Ingrid.
But if we fight without any sort of strategy, we will suffer major casualties.
Which might prove to be in your favor. If the enemy sees your back to the wall, they may let their guard down and grow reckless. How many Pegasus Knights stand ready?
Nearly half. Perhaps more if their wounds can heal in time.
Then select the most skilled from among them and make for the cliff tops.
And fly into the jaws of their trap?
While using the speed of the Pegasi to minimize injury, make it look like you're taking a desperate retreat. Then withdraw your troops. If the enemy thinks they've subdued the famed Pegasus Knights of Galatea, they'll deploy troops from their main fortress, leaving it lightly guarded. Once they do, send a separate unit of your remaining Pegasus Knights to capture it.
Yes, that just might work. You are amazing, Lord Rodrigue. I suppose this comes from your wide range of experience.
Actually, it's a strategy suggested by your brother once upon a time.
My brother? Oh, that's right. I believe he served in Srang while he was still a squire.
Despite his low rank, he astonished us all with his clever suggestions for deploying our flying units.
I have a long way to go if I wish to live up to him. I must prove more diligent about studying strategy.
Very ambitious. My son could stand to learn a thing or two from your example. But you ought not overextend yourself. Make certain to rest those wings every once in a while. I wouldn't be able to face the Count or your brothers if I allowed you to work yourself to exhaustion.
Resting my wings is a rather difficult proposition. I can't very well run about playing games as I did when I was a child. In any case, I thank you very much for the advice. I think I know how to proceed now.
The pleasure is mine, Ingrid. This is a most dangerous strategy, so let's endeavor to make sure we both come out of this alive.
Enough with the searching glances, Dimitri. Say what you're going to say.
I was just thinking that I find it difficult to speak with you. Even now that we have the opportunity to exchange words peaceably. Too many have died for us to suddenly have meaningful heart-to-heart conversation.
Oh, that's not how I feel. Unless you mean you don't wish to speak with the tyrant you consider responsible for their deaths. In which case, let's just believe what we believe, accept that our paths have diverged, and see this through to the very end.
You're placing words in my mouth. Still, I suppose that does cut to the heart of the matter. I will not claim that all my choices were right, but I accept responsibility for them. I made them carefully and with full knowledge of the consequences.
And I'd like to think I can say the same. But this is unproductive. We need to get out of here.
Fair enough. But first, answer me this. Do you know what became of your mother and Selma?
Why would I?
Someone told me that you would know how she met her end. Although I suspect that was nothing more than the dying ravings of a madwoman.
It was. I haven't seen my mother since I was a child. It would have been right before she was exiled. You would know what happened better than I.
I suppose so. Regardless, thank you for answering. Now, shall we get back to finding our way out?
Please, we can't resolve anything so long as we're trapped in this... Ah!
That was quite the tremor.
Whatever this place is, I find myself liking it less by the moment.
Can you stand?
Yes, thank...
Perhaps we can put our differences aside, if only for the moment. The hostilities will do us no good here.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I can agree to that. You know, I just remembered something from back when I was but a child. I had fallen to the ground and was met with a kind hand reaching out to help me up. I took it without thinking, without even looking first to see who it was. I suppose that shows you how much I've grown. Dimitri, what is it?
I have a similar memory. One of helping a little girl who had fallen in the dirt.
Knowing you, such occurrences would have been commonplace in your youth. Don't try to imply we share a memory.
No, I rarely forget an important face. Often to my own woe, I might add.
Enough. Let us end this before we both make greater fools of ourselves. We need to escape. That's our only priority.
Edelgard,
What are you doing? You should know I won't hesitate to leave you behind.
Indeed. I'm coming, Elle.